Okay, this is attempt number 3. Number 3. I don't know what's going on. I made one. The first one was great, and I was shown on a 90-degree angle, so you basically get to see me like this for the whole thing, and I said, forget it, you're not going to do that. So I did it again. It was longer, and I was upside down. The hell? So I made a quick tape of just me sitting there looking at myself just to see how it would come out, and this one came out fine. So we're doing it again. I'm talking about my rehearsal recap. Okay. It was an okay rehearsal. I didn't really give my best, and my lines were flubbed. A lot of us had flubby lines. But for my part, I apologize to my fellow actors. It was my fault. I didn't study enough. I was focused on everything else, stage managing and stuff like that. I didn't want to be a stage manager, but we'll get into that another time. But I was focused on everything else but my part. So I flubbed. So I apologize to my fellow actors for not being there and giving it my all. I work with some really great actors. They are funny, and they are willing to learn, and they feed me like I feed them, and I can play off them. And I work with a great actress who is basically my counterpart. She plays my sister, and she is stealing the show, kind of. Well, stealing the scenes that she's in with me. And it's because, she's funny. I'll admit it, she's funny. And she plays it so well. She even gets me laughing when I'm about to walk off stage. She's funny. She has a good eye because she'll see that, my character is an older character, and I walk slow off stage because I'm walking with the cane, and she'll dog me on me walking with the cane. And people are going to start chuckling in the audience about it, and I'm chuckling walking off stage, so thank you. Thank you for that. I'll play your straight man, I don't mind, because you make me laugh, and I love that. So, getting back to rehearsal, thank you to my fellow actress. Also, we were using props. A lot of people were using props for the first time. And the issue with props is, if you haven't used it a lot, or at all, you get a little, not so much uncomfortable, it gets a little weird at the beginning, because you're having to hold something, or, you've been doing stuff in pantomime for a long time, pretending to be on the phone, and now the prop is there. You have to deal with it, and that makes more work for you in the sense that you've been so focused on your acting. Oh, I gotta go pick up that phone. Oh, I gotta go to that part, to that table, and pick up that fork or whatever. It throws you off. You've built this consistent system within your acting, and then there's another glitch. So it was a little tough, but it happens. That's what rehearsals are for. Fine-tuning, cleaning up, picking up after yourself, and the next topic that I'm going to talk about, building your character. As I said, and I will always say, when you are in rehearsal, you're building up your character. You're building up your character, you're building up your part within the story written that your character exists in, and you're building up the relationships amongst the different characters. So what happens is you have to tell the story, and if you don't have much of a story to fall back on, or much of a story where your character is in, like my character is in the story, but she's there. I have to give my character a story, or I just look like someone, if I get lines, I'll just look like somebody reading lines. And I was described that way a year ago by one of the people in the show. You look like you're reading lines. And it sunk in because that means I'm not doing my job. My character isn't. My character is there. I'm a fixture. And that's not good, especially if I have to say something. Because I expect people to want to hear what I have to say, but if I have nothing to myself, why are people going to want to listen to me? Why are people want to give me the attention and say, oh, that was very interesting what she said? Why? It's my job to get you as the audience to look at me, not just by how I dress or how I say something or if I sing or whether the light hits me or not. It's my job to get you to find me interesting to look at. If I'm meant to say something, it's my job to get you to listen. If I'm meant to look a certain way, it's the costumer's job to dress me a certain way. If I'm meant to be lit a certain way, it's the lighting. So the responsibility, but it also falls on me, the actor. Because even if I'm wearing the costume, I gotta keep my body able to wear the costume. I gotta look like I'm comfortable in the costume. I gotta be able to move in the costume. So it's not just the costumer, or it's not just the lighting person. It's a group effort. We all do it. Okay, so I was talking about that. I was talking about props, which is the same thing. Which is kind of the same thing. You've got to work with a prop and make your character act as if that prop is not something just introduced for this play. That's something that the character's lived with or is not, is used to using. Like if it's a phone, that's a phone in the house. I just pick it up and use it. Like my character uses a cane because she's an older lady. I have to give you the impression that not only am I an older lady, but I can't walk without this cane. And I've been walking with this cane for years. I have to give you that impression within a couple of scenes that you see me in. I have to give you that impression. That's my job. That's an actor's job. To let you know that whatever prop they have, they've been using it all their life. Or as long as the character has needed to use that prop. And I have to let you know that. I have to define that for you. Let me see what else I wrote. I have to go over this again. I am so sorry that I've gone through this. I'm going to kill this phone. Because if I come upside down again, I'm going to have to make another one. And keep sending it until you guys get it. Now again, I am so sorry for the late vlogs today. But you name it, everything is going wrong. So, again, rehearsals, that's what you do. You fix everything. And like I said, this flub in the rehearsal and the lines and everything that got messed up was my fault. I messed up. My focus was elsewhere. So anybody that I was acting with, I do apologize for today. For yesterday. I do apologize today for yesterday. So, sorry guys. I won't let you down anymore. I had my day. I'm done. Let's see. Defining your character. Just going deep. Why does your character do what they do? Where did that come from? What's your character's backstory? And if you feel it best in order to play your character in the best way possible, give your character a story and live through that reality. Because that's what you're doing when you're acting. You're living through a reality created by the writer, the director, the costumer, everybody. Because they are presenting their interpretation of a reality. I'm not sure how long this vlog is going to be, so if it's long, I do apologize. But honestly, I'm giving you as much as I can of what I know. So, just take it in. And like I said, you guys can feel free to talk to me. I've had people ask me questions. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for talking back to me. I love it because I like having a dialogue. And that should be everything. Yeah, I talked to you about all my acting and what I did in my rehearsal. So have a great day, and that's it for today. So I will speak to you guys tomorrow.